Can we keep this one anonymous? I have a hard one for you. Can you/should you stay if one of you have cheated?
Ooh.
Yeah.
So I have posted this on my social media, and the overwhelming majority of people said, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Do not try to continue a relationship if either one of you have been unfaithful to one another. And I think that's kind of our logical knee-jerk reaction, of course. But when it happens to you and you've been in a relationship with somebody for a significant amount of time, it's not always that easy. And I'll tell you why. And first of all, I'm not justifying this. I don't think people need to be doing this. I'm not saying go cheat on somebody and then you guys work it out. No. There are sometimes reasons that are not considered about why somebody might cheat. And sometimes when we are in a relationship with somebody, we maybe got into that relationship before we actually knew what our true needs were. And I'll kind of elaborate on that. If we're in a relationship and we stop getting validation, we stop feeling seen, we stop feeling appreciated, we will subconsciously start looking for that in other places. So you'll see not even necessarily physical infidelity, emotional. You'll start having a connection with somebody else, just emotionally. And, that is a form of cheating. Obviously, I think when this question comes about, it's physical, right? That's actually probably what this person's asking. When it gets to that level, it gets incredibly difficult to be like, this isn't like the beginning stages of something. Like, you went through the whole process. This is something that going into a relationship that's a boundary you should not cross. When you're in a relationship with somebody for a very long time, just like the emotional cheating can happen, it doesn't always happen so fast. It happens very slowly. Little bits of attention, little bits of feeling seen, little bits of feeling appreciated, and it snowballs into something. And sometimes before you realize what you're really doing, like, you're so far into it, and not justifying anybody being promiscuous or anything like that. Definitely not. That is not something I advocate for. But when you're in a relationship with somebody for a very long time, the only way that I think that you can reconcile this is if the person, and this is going to be hard for a lot of people to hear, the person who got cheated on needs to see, was there anything that I wasn't doing to make my partner feel seen, make them feel like they couldn't communicate to me? Maybe all of my attention was going elsewhere, and we didn't have an environment, we didn't share an environment, we didn't create an environment that allowed for really good communication. Maybe they didn't feel like they could come to me about their needs. And that is the only time that I think that you should try to work on something, is if you feel like you could have done more to help your partner get those needs met. And that is the only time that I think that you should really try to work on stuff. So the person who did the cheating needs to understand why they did it. They need to know what they were lacking, why they needed that validation, why. And only then, through therapy, through counseling, both of you, can you possibly create a new type of understanding in a deeper relationship. And most often when people are able to work through this type of situation, your relationship can survive anything afterwards.